remember that day that we had a young lady come in and she was letting me know that she was having allergy-like symptoms that had been going on for the past week and a half. So I started asking her questions if she had traveled, were you around anyone who had been sick? And she said, well, we had dinner with some friends 2 weeks ago after they had come back from Wuhan. And I just remember my heart stopping for a second because I knew that that's where COVID was now being rampant. And I just remember her looking at me and saying, well, I'm not quite sure why you're asking me this. I just think I have a head cold like I usually do each winter. So I said, ma'am, I think I need to step out for a moment because you were around someone who came from a country where there is, an infectious disease going on, and I have to be concerned that you may have been exposed. So I remember her looking at me very baffled, and she said, okay, but I don't understand what the big deal is. So I remember I walked out. I exhaled, knowing that I was just in the room with someone who potentially may have COVID for the first time, that I'm being exposed. So I got dressed in my PPE, put my N95 mask on, my goggles, and I walked back in and I prayed before I entered the room. And I said, all right, ma'am, so I think we're gonna have to swab you for COVID. And her eyes opened up really wide and she looked at me in dismay and said, I don't really understand why that's necessary. And I said, ma'am, I think you potentially may have been exposed and I can't take any chances. So I walked her through what we were gonna do with the swab. I swabbed her. She started tearing up and getting really scared. And I was able to calm her down, but I told her she'd have to be quarantined for the next 2 weeks, and the test results may take a week to come back because at that time we did not have rapid testing. Everything was just brand new here. And she just looked really upset, and I tried to calm her down as I was trying to calm myself down internally. But I said, it's okay, we'll walk through this, we'll take it step by step. And I told her all of the supportive care measures that we would normally tell patients. Drink plenty of fluids, take Tylenol, check your temperature daily. If you're having any severe symptoms, let us know, or if it's severe enough where you're short of breath or can't breathe or have chest pain that they needed to go to the emergency room. That was my first encounter with the virus, and obviously I'm a human being first. But obviously I'm still a doctor and a physician, and you have to be caring and understanding even when it's a scary situation for you. Unfortunately, I was not exposed. And yes, she was positive, but we didn't expose anyone else, fortunately, because everyone had to be tested during that circumstance. From there on, we had to have really strict guidelines about patients not coming in sick and separating the sick from the healthy, and that's what we continue to do as a group. And we've been fortunate enough, no one has gotten sick in our office throughout this entire pandemic over the past year, which has been so fortunate, and we feel blessed for that.